Innovation in IT podcast, where managing innovation and creativity meets IT.
Setting the preconditions for great results. Have you heard a friend or a colleague making fun of his or her superiors because they are doing something stupid? On the question, why don't you suggest a solution, you get an answer, they won't listen, or they don't care for my thoughts, or lets them do what they want. This barrier between employees and the firm, let's call it learned helplessness, is the characteristic of organizations where employees quickly learn that there is no need for creative thinking or the exchange of ideas. This is a great example of culture that must be changed. It is easy to see that there is no place for bottom-up ideas in such environments. In fact, ideas don't have a fertile ground for realization. This already exists. We were this way for years. Why should we change it? This will not be the way it works in the real world. We don't have time for this. There are many excuses that maintain the status quo. Some reasons why an innovator faces a wall in her corporation are often political, by replacing someone who is incompetent, fear of change, envy. They are not my ideas, why should I support it? Or simply laziness. Why learn new technologies when new things could be done in an old way? Change is inevitable, but it comes in steps. After identifying existing barriers, the process of establishing innovation culture in the organization should be started, and it will be the essential factor for spurring creativity in any organization. It is created by building an innovation process that includes the idea generation process and measuring of innovation activities with the support of the leadership of the organization. The task of creating an innovation culture includes the unleashing of creativity of colleagues, which will secure the future of the company. For a start, goals must be defined. Short goals and long-term goals. Leaders must be assigned, measures provided, and of course, budgets must be made available. New innovation strategies should be well advertised inside the organization. And the best way is by promoting success stories by realized ideas. Anyone in the organization should know about the idea submission process, as well as the rewards that are provided. He or she must also be able to see the status of an idea that is submitted. In the past, ideas were collected using the suggestion box, but today ideas are collected through efficient web-based tools which support not only the idea gathering process, but also the participation of individuals in the entire innovation process. One of the most important factors in fueling creativity in an organization is trust. If employees don't trust their company, they will not innovate by sharing their ideas. Environment influences creativity, which is the zero starting point of the innovation process, with the individual as a starting point of every idea. Creativity is by definition the ability to create new ideas, but ideas as a result of creativity must have economic value to be treated as an innovation. On its own, an idea may or may not be an innovation. It can be said that innovation links directly to creativity, but creativity is only the start of the long journey that an idea must go through to become a product. We may or may not have creativity in our work, but innovation will only come as part of a defined process. People are naturally creative, but companies often are not, and they are usually more likely to suppress creativity. Individuals who have the ability to create will not be able to express innovation in those organizations that do not encourage creativity. The key to success is in the creation of models that describe the innovation process and allow the occurrence of failure, which is very common in the projects. Indeed, the story of innovation is a story of failure because only a fraction of ideas are ever realized. The biggest risk is not innovating. Namely, if the company does not have innovation, it allows the competition to shape the future by creating a market that is no longer interested in the old product. Therefore, it can be said that the challenges associated with innovations are great, but the risk of non-innovating are much higher. Celebrating innovation is critical. It is usual for companies proud of their latest innovations to promote them commercially, but it is equally important to celebrate the success internally. After the realization of an idea, persons who were the innovators should be recognized. An innovation culture can be achieved only if innovation is highly valued within the company. It has to be a way of life and as such be present in all corners of the company. When innovation is the responsibility of every employee, we can talk about an innovation company that bases its development on the creativity of its most valuable resource, its people.
More on innovation in IT podcast in next episodes. You can find more information on website 7innovation.net. Also, more information on this topic could be found in the book Developing Innovation, Innovation Management in IT Companies.